Hello, I am Ransom Ryder. I'm in the kitchen. Baked apples today. That's on the menu, some baked apples. All right, now I'm going to be doing these a little bit differently than how I grew up making them. And I grew up loving baked apples. I was absolutely crazy about them. I'm going to just take the top off a little bit. Take the top, and then I'm going to take my melon baller. Melon baller, get over here. And I want to just scoop out some of this, and I want to get the core out. I don't want the seeds in here. And I want enough room to be able to put some stuffing in here, because these are stuffed baked apples. Now, growing up, we just took an apple corer and we cored the whole thing. Or we took a sharp paring knife and we cut the whole center section out. I have been told, hollow it out and you've got more room for, throwing in all those wonderful ingredients. So I've hollowed this one out. And then I'm going to take a little bit of my lemon juice. I think this is my lemon juice. I've just got a little bit. I'm going to brush it right on the top. That'll keep it from turning brown. And because I cut the top off like this, it actually will keep it from cracking. Possibly, it could crack. Now, I'm going to do these off camera. Remember, choose pretty apples. They do change colors. They look differently after you bake them. And you want flavor and you want a firm flesh. A Granny Smith would also be good here. Use the melon baller. Did you see me? I almost went in with my paring knife. Gosh, that sounds so crispy and good. I just want to eat these as is, but we're going to make them a really spectacular treat because they're going to be stuffed. All right, last one. Let's get some lemon juice on there. Remember, just keeps it from turning brown as we get all the work done. Now, I got that cleaned up. I've got my apples ready to go. They've been brushed with a little bit of lemon. I've got a little bit of lemon juice left over. I'll just pour that around on them. Pour it in the bottom of the pan. It's going to be good. That lemon juice, it's so vibrant. It just brings a life to everything that you use it on. Brings a little bit of extra. Now, let's get started. I have here some raisins. These are blonde raisins and dark raisins. And I have soaked these in a special ingredient. I think I'm just going to, and we'll talk about that a little later. Don't let me forget to tell you about the special ingredient. Now, I want to just come in and give a little chop to a couple of these. Double the raisin bites. All right, that looks good. Oh, those smell good. That ingredient that I used smells so good. All right, in they go. Raisins, get in there. You've got a purpose. I have given you purpose on this journey inside of an apple. You're going to love your destination. All right, now I want to come in with some oats. And be sure you refer to my recipe down below, because I don't always remember exactly what I measured out, but the recipe will be great for you. Oats, in they go. Then a little bit of cinnamon. In it goes. A little bit of nutmeg. We want to layer the flavors. This is a little bit of nutmeg. In it goes. Now, this is turbinado sugar. I think brown sugar also would be good here, but this is just a turbinado sugar. It hasn't been bleached. It's going to give us a nice depth of flavor. Layering up flavors, always a good thing. I have here some pecans. Let's pop these out. I do want to chop the pecans a little bit because I want more bites. And if I leave the pecans whole, which I normally love, in a pie, especially on the top, I want everybody to get a little piece of pecan when they're eating these. So just a rough chop. Let's get that into the mixture. And this is going to be the stuffing for the apples. I'm excited. Are you excited? All right. Now I have here, I think this is 3 tablespoons of butter. Let's pop that in. That's going to add just a nice way to bring tons of flavor, combine all the ingredients. And then I have a tiny, I don't think you can see this, but a tiny little pinch of salt just to bring those flavors together. And let's get a spoon, give it a stir. Now for that special ingredient, let me grab it. All right, special ingredient. Shh, don't tell anybody. This is sour apple schnapps. Now, I tasted this earlier to make sure it was a good one. Oh, it smells like apples. Let's just put a little dash of that in. 2 little dashes. Come on now. It's dessert. Let's give it a stir. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. I think I could just take a spoon and eat that. I'd have to chew for a while on the oats, right? Let's bring over the apples. Let's get my beautiful filling stuffed in here. And I'm all about stuffing them. Get them just crammed full of this goodness. Otherwise, it's a baked apple. Now, I love a good baked apple, but when you bring it to the next level like this, my gosh, it's delish. Leave me a comment. Did you grow up having baked apples as a special treat? Will this be your first time having a stuffed baked apple? Now, this is a run for me, a little test run, because we normally didn't use this stuffing. We just used sugar and a little bit of vanilla flavor. I'm gonna use a little force and get that just cram packed in there. I've got a little bit of extra stuffing here. This was probably enough for 5 apples. I've got 4. All right, this is apple cider, and I'm just gonna pour this into the bottom. The moisture and that steam will help the apples cook. I'm gonna pop these into my oven, and these are gonna need to cook 35, 45 minutes, maybe even longer, depending on how your oven is set and what temperature that you use. I'm gonna probably have these on 375, 350 to 375. Keep a watch on them because I am going to baste these, just meaning that I'll grab some of that juice with a baster, pop it over the apples, probably halfway through the baking time. We'll be right back. Give me like 30, 45 minutes and we're gonna have a taste test. Don't go anywhere. Ooh, these are out of the oven. They're looking fantastic. They smell delicious. I wish you were here. I've got plenty of apples. I've got plenty of pears. We can make a bunch of these. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this juice before I get ready to serve this. And we're gonna just douse the apples in plentiful amounts of this wonderful apple cider butter mixture so that these will be juicy and simply spectacular. This smells good. Now I want to come in with a few of my blonde raisins. I'm just going to pop these on the top. You want it to look good. And these have been soaked in that apple schnapps. Let's try one. And for the finishing touch, a little bit of large flake Muldoon salt. This is lovely perfection. Now, let's scoop one out. Now, the nice thing about these, they're gonna be absolutely delicious. They're easy. Let's get one over. Ah, yum-y. I can't wait. Let me come in. Let's just give this a wonderful little taste test. Now, your apples, you can keep them on the firmer side, which would be less cooking time. Or if you want them more well done, cook them a little bit longer. Look at that. I hope that you can see how beautiful this is. Oh, it looks a little bit caramelized. I'm gonna get a big piece of that apple. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a blow, cool it off. This is hot. These are right out of the oven. Mine cooked for about 45 minutes. Oh, the crunch of the pecans, those soaked raisins, the sugar, the flavorings, the spices, the apple. This is a celebration of goodness. I'm Ransom Ryder. If you've not hung out with me before, the journey in the kitchen is so much better shared. Now I want you to come on over, pull up a chair. I've got plenty of these and we'll make more. You and I, we're gonna cook some fantastic things. I'll see you on my next recipe. I'm gonna eat this. So good. Hints of butter. Oh, I don't know that words can convey what a phenomenal dessert this stuffed apple is. Put this on your table and watch people enjoy. Bye, bye.